P&C companies spend like 40% of the time and money trying to figure out and assess these claims manually and trying to find the right claims adjuster to address these claims, right? Is it a very complex claim? Like there are multiple parties involved, a lot of like a police were involved, everything. So it can determine, the algorithm can determine, okay, this specific claim adjuster has worked on these. So we have, this person has that kind of an experience. So the claims get triaged to that person. So
Right.
what happens here is there's a lot of time saved in just reassigning the claims, etc. And also it's a better customer experience for a customer like you and me when I'm calling my insurance company, right? So they have this AI avatar that actually can talk to you based on the context and knowledge and the insurance knowledge it has. It can offer you a put together a policy and say, hey, these are the coverages you need. If the
Mhm.
property is closer to a like a highway or a flood region, etc., maybe you want to add a flood insurance or something like that. You can custom make the policy for you as a person or as a business owner. Insurance is all about managing the risk, right? So I think like Warren Buffett said, one of the things he said, he loves insurance because you pay for the service in the anticipation of using it. Trust architecture covers is called zero security architecture, right? So that's definitely that. And also other angle is it's called digital ledger technology, which is blockchain, right?
Right.
Where a decentralized financing and the zero trust security architecture. So yeah, first about me, I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, like a beautiful place. A lot of fun stuff to do all year round. It's a great city that expanding a lot. A lot of insurance companies are in the moving to the Charlotte area, so that's a great thing. Professionally, I've been around like helping customers over 20 years now. It's across industries and also across geographies, right? I spent some time in India and in Australia as well, helping customers. But majority of my time I spent in the North American region and US. So I work with customers across telecom, financial services, manufacturing, definitely insurance. I think it's been last 7 to 10 years I spent working with a lot of insurance companies, be it PNC like property casualty, life insurance, even on the health insurance space as well. Mhm.
So, this insurance analytics market is expected to reach $18.5 billion by 2027. And we all know that some tech trends, will have a seismic impact on the insurance industry. Tell us that what trends do you think will impact the development and the marketing of the insurance industry?
So one trend I see, and we all see in the last 5 7 years, right? So data and analytics has been the center stage at any company in any industry, right? All companies are becoming more and more data driven, and definitely insurance is no exception, right? Insurance data analytics has become taken center stage at a lot of PNC and life insurance companies, and we see a lot of disruption in this space in the insurance world as well, right? So to that, right, there are definitely some key trends that's going on in the insurance industry, right? So I'll bring up this visual, right, that I got from one of the McKinsey studies that talks a
Mhm.
lot about what are the hottest trends that are impacting the insurance industry. PNC, if you see, they charted like around 10 trends on the left across personal lines, commercial lines, and life and annuities business, and the kind of impact these are having. I mean, if you see it clearly, the darker the blue, the impact is higher, right? So I'll probably take a stab at the first three and maybe a little bit on the next two. Probably the first five I will cover a little bit. And again, please feel free to chime in if you want to add anything for sure,
Sure.
right? Definitely the trend AI, right? Artificial intelligence has been everywhere, right? And it's becoming more commonplace now, right? Now, artificial intelligence is no more a siloed project done by a few statisticians trying to say this works or not, kind of a thing. It evolved from there to a lot of for day to day applications, right? I think
Right.
that's definitely what McKinsey meant here is applied AI. And in my mind, see, AI doesn't have to be this big robots doing human activity and all hi-fi stuff. It's still there, but also it's like subtle things that they help in our day-to-day life, right? For example, if I take insurance, now we're talking insurance, we take insurance industry, claims is core of one of the core functions of insurance, right? So I worked with one of the PNC customers of mine, trying to apply these AI algorithms to a claims process. There's something
Mm.
called FNL. It's called first notice of loss, right? If you are in an accident, God forbid, or do a flat tire, whatever you want the help, you call up the insurance agency and you say that, hey, there is a law, there is the notice of loss, right? So
Right.
typically, PNC companies spend like 40% of the time and money trying to figure out and assess these claims manually and trying to find the right claims adjuster to address these claims, right? So what we did is I worked with the insurance company. We created these algorithms actually. So when the customer calls, right, you
Mhm.
gather a few parameters, and based on that, these algorithms can figure it out. Hey, is it a like a simple claim, like a dent in your bumper? You still can drive the car, etc. And this be automated to the claims process, or it can be sent to a claim adjuster who is well versed with this kind of losses, right? Or it can figure out, say, is it a very complex claim, like there are multiple parties involved, a lot of like a police were involved, everything. So it can determine, the algorithm can determine, okay, this specific claim adjuster has worked on these, so we have this person has that kind of an experience, so the claims get triaged to that person. So what
Right.
happens here is there's a lot of time saved in just reassigning the claims, etc. And also it's a better customer experience for a customer like you and me when I'm calling my insurance company, right?
Right.
So likewise, there are a number of applications of AI, right? If I talk about like a auto damage tool, right? You take the picture of your damage to your vehicle and send it to the insurance company, and there are AI tools which can actually look at the dent and say, okay, this is what assess it, and this is the cost to repair it, etc. It makes it
Mm.
very simple,
Right.
right? Similarly, there are a lot of disruptors in this. I mean, Lemonade is one example I'll quote. It's they use very paperless, personless kind of a model, right?
Mm.
On homeowners or renters insurance. There are chatbots and AI assistants that can help you create a policy for you and also help you with the claims process, right? Similarly, on the commercial side, if you see, I think one of the apps that Allstate Insurance has is addressing their small business owner market, right? So they have this AI avatar that actually can talk to you based on the context and knowledge and the insurance knowledge it has. It can offer you a put together a policy and say, hey, these are the coverages you need. If the
Mhm.
property is closer to a like a highway or a flood region, etc., maybe you want to add a flood insurance or something like that. You can custom make the policy for you as a person or as a business owner.
So, the key is to understand how and when to tap into the potential of AI just to streamline your business processes.
Exactly, right? That's definitely the key. So that brings up to our next trend, right? Which is, see, the AI is the what you call the tip of the pyramid or the tip of the spear, the application layer. But there's a lot of things that goes underneath that makes these algorithms work, right? So that comes to the second trend, which is distributed infrastructure. We can call it distributed computing, right? We live in this digital world, right? Where be it our personal life or work life, we spend a lot of time on the digital devices, etc., doing even a simple Google search, right? What happens in the background is something called distributed computing.
Hmm.
Right? So See, layman terms, distributed computing is nothing but there are a network of computers. They are not right next to you. They are physically separated, but they act as one big unit to do the tasks for you, right? What is that? Is it gives you the power, the horsepower to crunch all these data, be it structured, non-structured data, to crunch all these and give you some kind of good insights. The typical examples are your cloud computing, right? Like a public clouds like Amazon or Microsoft Azure or Google's GCP. All these help with that compute power. Same time, they are scalable, right? And you can, if you want more horsepower, you can just add it. If there is a downtime, you can take them down. So similar, that's similar. I mean, any online searches are again backed by distributed computing as well, right? So that's definitely the powerhouse behind making all these algorithms work, right? That's how you get the power, right? So similarly, again, the third topic is definitely the future of connectivity, which is more of connected devices.
Connected devices.
So we live in a connected world, right? It's a simple use cases, right? Like your refrigerator can text you or something in the app saying that you are low on milk and eggs, and your app can text a grocery and they get delivered to you. So we live in
Right.
such a connected world, and insurance is similar too, right? There has been a lot of work done in this space in the insurance industry. It's more, we call it like telematics,
Mm-hmm.
right? It started with, I remember working on this project, like what, it's been 10 years or so now, where we used to get a dongle that goes with
Mm-hmm.
your unit
Right.
of the car, right? It collects all the data, and at the time it was not real time. You take the dongle out, you download the data, etc. But now it's all real time. You don't need a dongle, right? You have apps on your cell phone, or you have apps on your cars as well, right? In your, you're driving in your car, etc. They can automatically transfer the data with your consent, though, to your carriers. And what carriers generally do is they try to assess the profile of you, a risk profile as a driver. How fast were you going over the speed limit? How many times you actually hard braked or something like that, so that they can assess you as a driver. On the benefit side of the customer is there are carriers that are creating these rewards, and so if you are a good driver you get a part of your premium back, right? So there's applications like that in the industry
Um,
on the
Life wearables must be also an example of connected devices like wearing smartwatches and, getting to control your blood sugar levels, something like that.
apps. That's a great example actually. So a lot of the life insurance companies, they use these wearables
Hmm.
to do more of a preventive care, right? And say, hey, if your blood sugar is dropping down or your blood pressure pulse is dropping down, these devices can ping somebody and you can dispatch a care unit to treat you, right? Yeah,
Right.
that's a great example of connected device.
Right. Detect the risk of illness before it actually happens.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, insurance is all about managing the risk, right? So I think, like Warren Buffett said, one of the things he said, he loves insurance because you pay for the service in the anticipation of using it, right?
Yeah.
Very few services you do that, but again, as an insurance company, it's as you said, right? It's how you manage your risk. It makes you a profitable or not, right? So I think similar levels, right? Automation. RPA has been around for a long time, and back office jobs like claims is definitely the top candidate for automation.
Mhm.
Now with analytics, right? You does it have to do rule based? You can do very like intelligent automation, right?
Mhm.
Your algorithms can say, hey, I took these paths last time, but based on the efficiency, maybe for the similar case, there is an optimized path which can give you 20% better results or so.
Mhm.
Those kind of automations happen. And the fifth one here I want to touch upon is something called trust architecture. This is going to be for the next whatever time is going to be key because this touches the topic of security, right?
Mhm.
Cyber security. because with all these devices talking to each other, all these networks talking to each other, there is a lot of data exchange, right?
Right.
A lot of petabytes of data going around that stresses the need for these security applications, not only on your physical networks, but also on your data as your identities, your services, right? That's something trust architecture covers. It's called zero security architecture, right? So that's definitely that. And also other angle is it's called digital ledger technology, which is blockchain, right?
Right.
Where a decentralized financing and the zero trust security architecture I talked about. So these are definitely are going to be the trends in the next 2, 3, 4 years will emerge more in the insurance space.
So, like you talked about applied intelligence and machine learning, robotics, automation, all of these are the hot topic trends and emerging, evolving every time. All right, that was very insightful, Mr. Mohana, and we hope to bring back another sessions for our audience and continue with deep diving into the trends about insurance industry and all. Yeah,
Perfect. Thank you so much,
Uh,
Vinita.
yeah. Thank you
Thank
so much. Thank you so much.